If you're retired on a fixed income and you've been waiting on a $12,000 Tesla, stop and watch this before you put money down on anything. There are 5 costs buried in this car that nobody's selling you. The excitement is going to show you. The first one alone can add over $1,000 a year to your budget. The 5th is bigger than the other 4 put together. And there's a problem underneath all 5, which is the price itself. We deal with that first, because every other number depends on it. I ran the actual figures, not the ones in the thumbnail. The ones that come out of your account. Let's go through all 5. The advertised price. Start here, because this is the part that costs people the most and takes the least time to check. The figure of $12,749 did not come from Tesla. Tesla has never published it. Tesla has never announced a car called the Model 2 either. That name was assigned by the press and by Tesla enthusiasts to describe a cheap car the company has been discussing for years. Tesla's own language, on its own earnings calls, is next generation vehicle. So where did the number come from? Video titles, social posts, a rumor repeated until it started sounding like an announcement. Here's the part that matters for your budget. Tesla did have a dedicated affordable car program. Internally, it was called Redwood. Tesla shelved it in 2024 and pointed that next-generation platform at its robotaxi and cybercab projects instead. What Tesla actually put on sale is a different thing entirely. In October 2025, the company introduced stripped-down standard trims of the cars it already builds. The Model 3 Standard starts at $36,990. The Model Y Standard starts at $39,990. Rear-wheel drive, single motor, features removed to reach the price. $36,990. So here's your first number before we've touched insurance, electricity, or a single fee. The distance between the figure circulating online and the cheapest new Tesla you can actually order is $24,241. Write that down. Everything from here gets added on top of it. Now, the 5 costs. Hidden cost 1. Insurance. This is the one that surprises people because it has nothing to do with how you drive. Electric cars cost more to insure than gas cars, not a little more. MoneyGeek puts full coverage on an electric vehicle at an average of $3,281 a year. Insurify, looking only at recent model years to keep the comparison fair, found newer EVs averaging $3,560 against $2,318 for comparable gas cars. Depending on which study you use and which state you're in, you're looking at $300 to $1,200 a year, more than you'd pay on a gas sedan. Why? Nothing to do with risk of an accident. It's repair economics. Insurers price around what a claim costs them, and electric cars use proprietary components, need specialized labor, and sit in the shop longer. Tesla in particular limits where repairs can happen and who's allowed to perform them. Fewer shops means less competition on the repair bill, and the premium follows. Now, that phrase proprietary components sounds technical, so let's translate it into plain language. It means the parts come from one place at one price, and your insurer has no cheaper option to choose. You pay for that every month, whether you ever file a claim or not. For a retiree, this is the wrong kind of cost. It's fixed, it's monthly, and it doesn't go down in the years you barely drive. Running total, $24,241 up front plus $300 to $1,200 a year. Hidden cost 2. The credit that no longer exists. This one is worth more than the first 4 combined in year 1, and almost nobody talking about cheap Teslas has updated their math for it. Every $17,500 after incentives headline you've read about this car was written when the federal EV tax credit still existed. It doesn't. The 2025 budget law ended the $7,500 new clean vehicle credit and the $4,000 used EV credit for vehicles acquired after September 30th, 2025. There is no federal purchase credit in 2026, not for Tesla, not for anyone, regardless of where the car is assembled. If you built your retirement car budget off an article from 2024, you are $7,500 short, and the article never told you. And there's a second one that just closed. The federal credit for installing a home charger, 30% of the cost, up to $1,000, was available only for equipment placed in service before June 30th, 2026. That window shut last month. State and utility programs still exist, and some are substantial, so check yours. But the federal help is gone on both counts. Running total, $24,241 plus $7,500 you were counting on and won't get, plus $300 to $1,200 a year. Hidden cost 3. Charging the part that isn't the electricity. Here's where the sales pitch is actually honest and then quietly stops talking. Charging at home is cheap. Most owners spend $300 to $800 a year on electricity for everyday driving, and that genuinely beats what you're putting in a gas tank. That part is real, and I'm not going to pretend otherwise. The costs are on either side of it. First, getting a home charger in the wall. A level 2 charger, that's the 240-volt kind, the same outlet your clothes dryer uses, runs $500 to $900 for the unit and $200 to $800 for installation. Call it $700 to $1,700 all in, and higher if your panel needs work, which in an older house it often does. With the federal credit expired, that's now yours to cover. Second, what happens when you're not at home? Public fast charging runs 30 to 60 cents per kilowatt hour. Filling a 60 to 75 kilowatt hour battery to 80% costs $15 to $30. Do that on every trip to see the grandkids, and the cheap-to-run math starts looking a lot like gas. Third, the fee nobody warns you about. Dozens of states now charge an annual electric vehicle registration fee to replace the gas tax you're no longer paying. It typically runs $100 to $250 a year, on top of your normal registration. You will not see it until the renewal notice arrives. Nothing here is a scandal. It's just money, and it's money that never appears next to the sticker price. Running total, $24,241 plus $700 to $1,700 to wire the garage, plus $400 to $1,000 a year in power and fees, plus the insurance gap, plus the $7,500 that's gone. Hidden cost 4, tires and the trade you're actually making. Let me give you the good news first, because this section cuts both ways and you deserve the whole picture. Electric cars are genuinely cheaper to maintain. AAA's Your Driving Costs study puts EV maintenance at roughly $949 a year, about $330 less than a gas car. No oil changes, no transmission fluid, no spark plugs, no timing belt. Regenerative braking means the brake pads last 2 to 3 times longer, because the motor does most of the slowing down instead of the friction. That's real savings, and it's yours every year. Here's the part that gets left out. Electric cars are heavy, and the motor delivers all its torque instantly. Both of those eat tires. Most EV owners are replacing tires every 20 to 30,000 miles, where a gas sedan goes 40 to 50,000. A set of 4 for a Model 3 runs $600 to $900 installed. Over 60,000 miles, you're buying 2 sets instead of 1, $600 to $900 extra over about 5 years. So the honest version is this: you save around $330 a year on maintenance and give back roughly $150 a year on tires. You're still ahead, just not by as much as the pitch implies. Net on this one, you come out ahead by about $180 a year. Hidden cost 5, depreciation, the biggest number in the video. This is the one. It's larger than insurance, charging, fees, and tires combined, and it's the one people never budget for because it never shows up as a bill. Depreciation is just the value your car quietly loses while it sits in the driveway. You don't write a check for it, you discover it on the day you sell. Electric vehicles have historically depreciated faster than gas cars, roughly 45% over 5 years against about 40%. That gap is narrowing as the market matures, but it hasn't closed. Run it on the real car, $36,990, 45% gone in 5 years. That's $16,645 evaporated. Around $3,300 a year every year, whether you drive it or leave it parked. And there's a reason to think the risk is worse than the average right now, not better. Cox Automotive put the average new EV price at $55,300 as of February 2026, while the average used EV was sitting at $34,821. That spread tells you the used market is absorbing a lot of supply. Add the tax credit disappearing, which pulls down what any used EV is worth because the next buyer no longer gets help either. And the pressure on resale value is downward. For someone working another 20 years, depreciation is an annoyance. For someone on a fixed income, where that car may be the second largest asset you own and you may need to sell it or hand it down, it's the number that actually matters. This one alone, roughly $16,600 over 5 years. The real total. Let's put it together. Cheapest new Tesla you can actually order, driven 12,000 miles a year, held 5 years. Purchase price, $36,990. Insurance gap over a comparable gas car, $1,500 to $6,000 across the 5 years. Home charger, $700 to $1,700 once. Electricity and state EV fees, $2,000 to $5,000 across 5 years. Tires above what a gas car needs, $600 to $900, offset by maintenance savings of roughly $1,650. Depreciation, about $16,645. Strip out what you'd have spent on gasoline anyway, and the honest headline is this: the cheapest new Tesla costs a retiree somewhere in the region of $42,000 to $46,000 to own over 5 years, and about $17,000 of that never appears on a single invoice. So is $12,749 really the price? No, it was never a price. It was a number that traveled. The real entry point is $36,990, and the real 5-year cost is roughly triple the figure in the headline. Now let me be fair, because I'm not here to talk you out of an electric car. If you own your home, have a place to put a charger, drive mostly locally, and plan to keep the car 10 years instead of 5, the math changes and it changes in your favor. Fuel savings compound. Maintenance savings compound. Depreciation stops mattering the longer you hold. Plenty of retirees are genuinely better off in an EV, and I'd say so on camera. But that decision has to be made against the real number, not a number invented by someone who needed a thumbnail. Anyone who tells you a brand new Tesla is coming at $12,000 is either repeating something they didn't check or is counting on you not checking. The dealership isn't the only thing that profits from you not running the math. So does everyone selling you the excitement. So run it yourself. Take the real price, add insurance, add the charger, add the fees, subtract the fuel, and look at the 5-year number before you look at anything else. If this saved you from a bad assumption, subscribe. Next one is the real electricity and insurance bill for a full month, to the penny, so you can hold it against what you're paying now. Drive safe, and I'll see you in the next one.